Hello, everybody. Today is August 7th, 2020. I wanted to make a quick video on how to buy gold and silver. There are many options that are very effective. You got JM Bullion, you got AppMax, also SD Bullion. All three dealers are great, very legitimate, very professional. As you can see here, I'm in JM Bullion right now. All you have to do is just go and decide what you want to buy. You could buy gold, silver, platinum, or even palladium if you want. Gold and silver, of course, are the most popular of metals. You could just click here, for example, American Gold coins, and then it would take you to here, for example, and then you have your options here. You could buy 1/10 of an ounce. If you want to buy a whole ounce, you could go here, for example, or the American Buffalo, which is a beautiful coin. That's, for example, you click there, and you decide if that's what you want. This is a 2020 1 ounce American Buffalo. This is you would just add to cart, and then you would just check out and figure out the payment method. Same thing with AppMax. You just click here. Let's say you wanted to buy some silver. You decide if you want to buy coins, if you want to buy any other form of bullion, if you want to buy rounds, if you want to buy bars. For example, here, let's say you wanted to buy a bar. You click here. You decide how much weight. Then you want to buy, let's say, 10-ounce bars. So you will click here. Let's try to buy the most inexpensive option. So let's see what this is. Okay, so this is $319. So that's 10 ounces of silver. So you divide 319 by 10, and that's right about $31 an ounce, $31.9 an ounce, more or less. Usually these websites obviously have, see right here, fast and free shipping on orders over $300. So if you pay over $300, you're not paying any shipping. And the same thing, you just add to cart, and you figure out the payment method. You also have SD Bullion, also a great, very professional dealer. You would just decide what you want to buy. All these three dealers I highly recommend them. Gold, let's say you wanted to buy platinum, for example. You go, let's say you want to buy American Platinum Eagle coins, beautiful. Actually, they've run out of this ones because everybody wants them, but you get the idea. You could put it to notify you whenever they restock. And also, one of my favorite ways to buy silver, I'll go to eBay, for example. Let's say you type in, for example, right here, let's say I want to buy gold. You go to eBay, and then you obviously modify your search, make sure that it narrows down as much as possible. So specify you want 1 ounce. Then you specify that you want to buy it now, unless you want to do an auction, which obviously that's not going to be instantly. That could take hours or maybe even days. The best thing to do is, honestly, you could open all three websites. You could open AppMax, eBay, and just kind of compare the prices. So for example, right here they have this bar of 1 ounce gold for $21.54. So you could go here to for example, JM Bullion, and just compare to see if the prices more or less match up. So for example, let's say you wanted to buy a gold bar, 1 ounce gold bar, and just try to narrow it down from low to high in price. And so for example, right here is saying that you could buy it for $21.20. Now obviously that will be the price if you pay with a check right here, or you wire the money. But if you want to pay with a credit card, the actual price would increase. It's a convenience fee. Or if you pay with PayPal, also the price would increase. So in order for you to pay this price right here, you will have to pay with a check, personal check, or have to do a wire, which I've never done a wire. I don't know really how to do that, but you could just send them a check if that's what you want. Or if you don't want to complicate yourself, you could just go to eBay, and eBay you could pay however you want. Or you could buy, for example, this one right here, Liberty Coin. Also, just make sure that if you do buy in eBay, it's from a legitimate dealer. I would not recommend buying from somebody you don't really know who they are, who doesn't have that many reviews. That's just my personal decision. So for example, right here, you could click here and make sure, okay, so for example, Scottsdale Silver to the right here, it has 153,000 positive reviews, 99.8 positive feedback from 153,000 people. Okay, so you could see that they're pretty legitimate. They're not just they have sold over 10,000 of these bars. Same thing, you could just keep scrolling down, and for example, this is another one from Scottsdale. You got Liberty Coin, they've sold 1,500 bars. You see right here, Liberty Coin, they've sold 10,000 of this coin, the American Eagle, beautiful coin. The same thing, you open it up, 15,000 sold. You know, you can see the feedback. You can see right here that Liberty Coin has had 234,000 positive reviews. You know, they're pretty legitimate. Just make sure that if you do buy from eBay, you buy from these kind of dealers. That's my own personal advice. Same thing here, like usually, like let's say I wanted to buy some silver bars. You know, you could buy 1 ounce or you could buy 5 ounces. You know, 10 ounces are usually a little bit, you know, a good, decent deal, especially on eBay. Right here, for example, I would go with something like this. For example, let's say Scottsdale Mint, 332, 10 ounces, obviously 10,000 sold. You know, obviously always go with the legitimate big stores, just to prevent any problems, you know. But you could always just go with something like this. For example, right here, Liberty Coin, 334. And you know, that's the best way to protect yourself, because right now, as we know, the dollar is being printed. The Federal Reserve already stated that they are going to ramp up inflation. So you have to protect yourself. As you can see here, they already announced that they are going to ramp up inflation. That means that your savings account would slowly get destroyed. Your dollar, your saved dollars would slowly, little by little, buy less and less. The only way to protect yourself is to buy hard assets. If you could buy a farm right now and you could find some land, congratulations, go ahead and do that. If you could buy stocks at these inflated prices, look at the price of Amazon, look at the price of Apple, Netflix, Tesla. These companies are highly inflated, very, very, very inflated. If you could do that, hey, God bless you. But for the average person, you know, that can't afford to buy those overpriced assets, you know, you could always just buy a little silver. You could buy, you don't even have to buy a 10 ounce. You could just go look for a 1 ounce silver. That should be, right now it's like over $30, but it's better than nothing. You know, it's better than having your money sitting in a savings account where the bank could go bankrupt and you lose your cash. Or if you don't lose your cash is just going to be inflated. So, you know, you got $5,000 in the bank, and within 2 years, it could lose 20-30% of its purchasing power. It could be worth only $3,800, $4,000, it could purchase less of a percentage than it is purchasing now, which is the whole point of what they're doing, because they don't want you to save your money. They want you to spend it to stimulate the economy, quote unquote. But so they know that a good way to encourage you not to save your money is by ramping up inflation, because then you realize there's no point in me saving. There's no point in me having money put away when it's not going to be buying as much tomorrow as it did today. So might as well spend it today. But if you buy gold, if you buy silver, if you buy real estate, whatever you can afford, then you are protecting that purchasing power. I wouldn't buy something that's extremely overvalued. And in my opinion, right now, real estate in most parts of the country, United States, is very overvalued. In my opinion, many of the assets, many of the stocks in the stock market are extremely overvalued. Many of these companies are very overvalued because they keep getting very cheap money from the Federal Reserve. So that doesn't help the problem. So right now, silver, in my opinion, is still very, very undervalued. Gold still has a long way to go up, in my opinion. But however, I just wanted to show you how you could buy 1 ounce silver, the same thing, buy from a legitimate company right here. You see the premiums are a little higher for 1 ounces because obviously they're smaller, and that's why I advise buying 10 ounces a little, because there's a little bit less premium. See right here, the actual price of silver right now is about $29 an ounce right now. And see the premiums right now in 1 ounces are very, very high, over $44. You can see here $42. Just do your research. Just make sure that if you do buy, you buy from a legitimate company. Usually they have a stamp on the side, but if you don't know, just go in there and read the reviews, read how many people have bought from them. Right here, for example, as we saw earlier, Liberty Coin, 200,000 positive reviews. Right here, they're selling you 10 coins for $378. You know, you do the math on that, you decide if that's a good price for you, something that you could afford, and that's pretty much the idea. I just wanted to say I'm not a seller, I'm not getting paid by any companies. I'm just an average citizen of America, just trying to help out and inform other people. This is not financial advice. This video is just for entertainment and information purposes. I hope this was helpful to you. See you soon.